Reporting more than 10,000 daily coronavirus cases in recent weeks, France has resisted calls for localised lockdowns in heavily impacted regions. But officials in Paris say the situation is still not improving and have now announced some of the toughest restrictions since lockdowns were lifted in spring. Across the Channel, the UK government is also taking a harsher stance, and that's prompting fresh fears about economic and job losses. Evelyn Laverick has more.
As France again reported more than 13,000 new daily COVID-19 cases, a renewed tightening of restrictions was announced. The country is also being divided into danger zones for the virus. Marseille, the second largest city, and the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, for now the only two areas being put on the maximum alert level with the toughest measures.
Il s'agit tout d'abord de la fermeture totale.
It means closing down completely bars and restaurants, closure of all establishments that are open to the public, except those with a strict sanitary protocol already in place, like cultural sites, theaters, museums and cinemas. They have a strict protocol already in place and are not affected by these new measures.
In the UK, after announcements of 6 more months of COVID curbs, attention has turned to the impact on jobs. The government's under pressure from the opposition to extend an incomes protection scheme to avert a winter of discontent.
It makes no sense to bring in new restrictions at the same time as phasing out support for jobs and businesses. We need a national effort to protect jobs and prevent a second lockdown.
Meanwhile, Belgium is bucking the trend by easing some restrictions despite a sharply rising number of infections. It's ending mandatory mask wearing outside and reducing self-isolation time to 7 days.
In your everyday life, you can see all the people you want. All the people you want. But it's true there are conditions. You need to keep your distances at all times. And if it's not possible, then wear a face mask.
And Finland is thinking outside the box by deploying coronavirus sniffer dogs at its main airport. It's a 4-month trial of an alternative testing method that could become a cost-friendly way to identify infected travellers. Evelyn Laverick, Euronews.